So if we look at the Uber's tier right now, in Gen 9, we only have really 2 Uber level Pokemon that are currently in the tier. We've got Koraidon and Miraidon, the 2 cover legendaries of Gen 9. As with all previous games, the cover legendaries immediately get banned to Ubers, and then we figure out everything from there. As of a couple days ago, Fluttermane and Houndstone are also Ubers because they were banned from the OU tier. Fluttermane makes a lot of sense. Fluttermane is very fast. You see it actually speed ties with the covered box cover legendaries. 135 is faster than so many Pokemon. It's faster than the Weavile. Like, I don't know exactly speed tiers. I'm not really good at that. But this is like really fast. So in a tier which with a lot of offensive threats and not a lot of defensive opportunities, Fluttermane definitely has a lot of power. It, of course, is very physically frail, but if I can get KOs on you when you have no switch-ins, then being physically frail is still fine, because as long as I'm up in sacks compared to you in a very offensive metagame, right? If I KO one of your Pokemon now, it's 6-5, you KO one of my Pokemon now, it's 5-5, and we keep trading back and forth, well, that's fine, as long as I was the first one to get the KO. And so Fluttermane is really strong at the moment. And so it was banned. Houndstone has also been banned to Ubers, and basically everybody disagrees with this, except for the people in charge of Smogon. So even though they might say this is a community decision, it definitely is not. It was just a Smogon tiering leadership, whoever it was, decision where they said that the move Last Respects, it is too strong, but only one Pokemon gets Last Respects, and so we're not going to ban the move, we're going to ban the Pokemon. So even though that doesn't make any sense, they decided to ban it. So Houndstone, even though it would be a very bad Pokemon without Last Respects, has been banned to the Ubers tier as well. So this is the Ubers metagame as it stands. So I haven't played any games yet in Gen 9. I've been stuck basically trying to get teams built and to get established in the in-game itself. And I'd like to make a couple of videos about my in-game experience here coming up in the next few days. But as a result, I haven't spent too much time playing the game. I've watched a few videos on it, but that's about it. So I'm sort of interested to see how Gen 9 Ubers is going to go. I think it's going to look pretty much the same as OU, just with a lot more of Koraidon and Miraidon, and then also a lot of the Paradox Pokemon to abuse the terrain and the sun. Alright, so my opponent has led off with, or they have an interesting team. No Ubers on their team, but they definitely have Mousehold, which has Population Bomb, pretty scary. Cyclozar, which is also very annoying. So they have a normal type to deal with Dragapult, and they have a fairy type in Fluttermane to deal with Dragon Darts. So that's not necessarily the best lead. This is 353 speed max, 405 speed. I'm wondering, on this team, what can stand up to Chen Pao? Maybe Fluttermane. Let's lead off with Baxcalibur. Okay, so they lead off with the Mousehold. So if they are Choice Scarfed, then they will outspeed me, but they should not be. They should definitely be... Oh, wow. That didn't kill. I'm surprised. Alright, I'm going to switch out now, because if they go for Population Bomb... Ooh. Okay. So now I'm going to Sucker Punch you. They may predict that, they may tidy up or something. But if they don't, then I get out of there without dying. So they went for Thief there, which is an interesting play. It might have done a decent chunk because of Glaive Rush. Glaive Rush means that I would have taken double damage in the following turn. And so, Technician boosted, +1, Glaive Rush, drop. Might have done a decent chunk, but it definitely predicted me to go Dragapult. And Thief does do more than Bite would, because Bite is only 40 base power, and Thief is 50 or 60. Alright. Here, I don't really feel like staying in. So I'm going to go back into Baxcalibur. I could You okay? They aqua jetted. Interesting play. Interesting play. At this point, they don't have a good ground type switching. Looks like my opponent is disconnected. We'll see if they come back. But we don't want to go for Glaive Rush here in case they stay in. I don't think they would, but they may yet. And this is one of those situations where being up in sacks means that even if I had to sack a Pokemon, I'm still going to win at that last turn. One thing I should have kept in the back of my head is that with the Houndstone, I should probably try to keep my... Well, I don't know what. I guess I need to keep my Dragapult healthy. I need to keep that in mind. Dragapult has Sucker Punch. And that's what's going to save us from the Houndstone. So yeah, Sucker Punch and Shadow Sneak is on Iron Valiant, but they could transform, and this has Ice Shard. Yeah. Right. Okay. So my opponent forfeits there. That's fine. But yeah, that's sort of the fun part about these early gen games where everything's just so chaotic. Okay. Now this guy has Wo-Chien. I've not seen Wo-Chien a single time. Delibird under electric terrain is going to be a nightmare to deal with. So I'm not looking forward to dealing with that. And they do have a Florges for an immunity. What would happen if I let off with Baxcalibur? You are Dark and Grass. So I don't really have anything for that specifically, unfortunately. And if I'd let Dragapult, I could have U-turned out. That would have been really nice. I'm going to actually just go for Glaive Rush here. Because they go for Stun Spore. And unfortunately for my opponent, they do miss. That sort of sucks. I'm going to switch into my electric type now in case they decide to go for that again. If they go Florges, which is fine by me. I'm going to... what am I going to do here? Guys... Okay, so I'm very weak to Fairy on this team. So I think I just need to bust through it a bit, maybe. I don't really know my calcs for this. Let's just Electro Drift here. Yeah, okay, that is a lot. So hopefully we can keep the Florges low. One thing we do note is that the Florges doesn't show leftovers. So that's good. And their Wo-Chien is weakened. So I'm actually going to go into my Dragapult, and I'm going to Terastallize into the Ghost type. They can protect all they want, but I am a Ghost type now, so Terra Blast, it won't be resisted by their team now. Funnily enough, that does nothing to the Hippowdon. Hippowdon is also not Sandstream, which is really odd. Okay. We need Chien-Pao healthy. I don't know. It would be nice for the Annihilate at the very least, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to go into Chien-Pao. Okay. I'm just going to Swords Dance here. I have to go for Wish. Now the Ice Shard here, and that we kill them. Good. So I Swords Dance there just in case they protected. Because I didn't have a strong Ice move there, I didn't really feel like it would be worth my time. Okay, we'll Crunch. They are Choice Scarfed. Good to know. Good to know. So now I can go into my Dragapult and just U-turn out. Well, yeah, no, we'll U-turn out. As I go into Wo-Chien, and there Wo-Chien dies. Cool. I'll take it. We're going to Baxcalibur, I think. 306 times 1.5 is actually faster than me. That's scary. Iron Valiant it is. Iron Valiant has got the Choice Band boost. If they go Koraidon, or Miraidon rather, then my Iron Valiant will get boosted. Otherwise, I'm gonna knock off here. as they flip turn, trying to bait the close combat. And then they go Hippowdon. Oh, well, if I'd gone for close combat, that would have done a lot. I think. I'm going to go into Koraidon. This does not have Toxic. So, SD up. Now I get to Flame Charge. And now I'm +1 speed. And that is scary because they lost their Florges. I will now outspeed the Choice Scarf Annihilate. And I'm just going to Outrage. And the Annihilate is dead. And this is the power of Koraidon. If this has Ice Shard, maybe it can do something. But they didn't set up their Electric Terrain. If they had set up their Electric Terrain, maybe that could have been a thing. Now we just Outrage again. We get a 3-turn Outrage, which is really nice. So yeah, Koraidon is going to be really scary. And I think this set here, or variation of it, is going to be really, really good. And the Life Orb, is a little bit questionable, but it does give you extra power, which could be useful for breaking fat mons. And I have Drain Punch on this to mitigate the Life Orb damage, but close combat could also be really good, or even its signature move, which is something I forget. Even though I've been playing Scarlet and I've clicked it 1,000 times. Collision Course. Collision Course is what it's called. Alright. Here, once again, I think I'm going to Dragapult. They have one fairy on their team. I want to be able to U-turn out and see what they're doing. Alright. Interesting, interesting. Now, if they're Choice Scarfed, that could be an issue. So I'm going to Sucker Punch here, as they are Focus Sash. And so now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I don't know what I want to do here. I'm going to go into Miraidon. If they Dazzling Gleam again, I should live it. And if they Destiny Bond... So I was worried about the Destiny Bond there. But they didn't go for Destiny Bond. They decided to switch out on the second Sucker Punch, which is fine. That's fine. If I had gone for Dragon Darts, they would have just died. Maybe that would have been a better play. But they could have always gone Hatterene on me, which is probably what they should have done. So, I don't know. Alright. Again, we're really, really weak to fairy types on this team. I just loaded up 6 Mons that I wanted to use. I didn't really think about it much more than that. So I'm just going to click Electro Drift once again. If I wanted to, I could actually Terrastalize this. And then I won't be weak to the fairy typing. This is also Sash. So that's scary. So I don't know. I guess this is a Trick Room team, but they have really fast Mons. So I really don't understand what's going on here, right? So you had Sash Gengar, that's Sash Hatterene. The King Gambit, I suppose, is scary, and maybe that's what they're going for. So if you're going for King Gambit, what do I need to preserve? Well, if I can end Trick Room, Iron Valiant should do decent. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why? Why would you sack a King Gambit? That was the one Trick Room Mon you had. Because your Rangaroo ain't gonna cut it in this tier. Okay. Now you 4 times resist me, so that's cool. I don't necessarily want to stay in. What don't I need? At this point, I don't really need... Well, I don't know what I don't need. They're all really good because it's the Uber's tier, so everything's really strong on my team. I think I'm going to sack the Baxcalibur, if anything. Okay, Draco Meteor, yep. And then I'm going to go into... Shanpao, because what I can do is I can set up an SD here. They're -2. They may want to switch into something to sack it on this. If they go into something that... Wait, what? This must have Focus Blast, right? That's the only reason you do this. As far as I can tell. Oh no, they decided to yawn. Okay. I mean, I guess that works too. You turn out. Go Chien-Pao again. And now I'm just going to... Okay, so what I'm going to do here is we're going to go to Oranguru. Because Oranguru is in the calc. Oranguru, I don't know what your set is. And I'm going to look at... did I just U-turn out on Dragapult? Yeah, I did. And Dragapult's also in the calc. So this is good. Monotype Dragon Dance with the Choice Band and U-turn. I am jolly not adamant. Wait, why didn't U-turn go in? There we go. Alright. So U-turn only did 70%. I'm looking at this. That's not the set. 252. And now it is in range, in theory. So let's just assume that that's what this is. Alright. So now what we do is we say, okay, Chen Pao is like Weavile except for stronger. So we're going to go to Weavile. Now we're going to go to Swords Dance. Sure, why not? And 339. Yeah. Ice Shard does not kill. So I got a crunch. Yeah. I figured they yawn there, which is fine. They can do that. So that's the main thing, right? I didn't want to get yawned if I could help it. If Ice Shard would have killed, then that would have been nice, but no such luck. Now I can go to Hatterene, I suppose. I'm actually going to just Ice Shard here. I am asleep now, which is really annoying. But I can use this as fodder against Miraidon. Assuming the Miraidon is choiced in some form or fashion. What would you go for here? I'm not sure what you'd go for here. I'm going to go into Iron Valiant, because I don't really need Iron Valiant. And if they do that, I can Shadow Sneak. Yes, sorry, Bob. Now they should see me be fast. Whoop, bye-bye. Good. Iron Valiant lives. Now, I do have really bad spit up, but I didn't need it, like I said. Or I was going to say, but then I didn't. Alright, okay. Now this is actually sort of a bad position to be in. But I can go hard to Dragapult, as is Shedtail. They're definitely going to Shedtail, that was obvious. And I have Infiltrator, which actually makes this very interesting. But I'm just going to Dragon Darts, and we're going to see how it plays out. So I have Infiltrator, and they're Choice Scarfed. Ooh, interesting. So they're Choice Scarfed. Alright, so I'm just going to wake up, if I can. Also interesting to note, they are Yawn in a tier where Psychic Terrain or Electric Terrain is being spammed. I don't really know how I feel about that. Okay. I guess I could have always just gone into Iron Valiant, huh? That was dumb of me. I'm a fairy type. And you gave me a speed boost. And you're locked in because I saw your Choice Scarfed. Herder. Yeah, I don't know what my opponent can do at this point. I will get the speed boost. They must lock themselves into an electric move. Which means that any of my guys just win at this point. I'm actually going to go Koraidon just to see how little it takes from this. Probably not very much. Thunderbolt instead of the signature move. I don't know why. Alright. Let's do one more. Let's do one more real fast. These are really quick, easy to get. Okay. We don't want to lose. We're just going to Electro Drift. I don't know if this is Iron Defense Body Press. Are you Ground type, Terra? They could be Terra Ground type. I don't know. Let's get another game. Alright, this is better. Alright, so this person decided to load up Sun. Very scary, very scary. I'm going to lead off with the Dragapult once again. As this guy, yeah, just dies to Electro Drift. Okay. Cool. So we're going to lead off with Dragapult. I can U-turn out on the Roaring Moon. I can hopefully Dragon Darts the Cyclizar, or Dragon Darts whatever wants to come in, as it's Koraidon, and the Koraidon just dies turn 1. So we have Infiltrator, which ignores it. Normally physical Dragapult don't run that, but we don't really need that either. Alright. This is an attack boost. Do I need this? It's really useful. It's really nice to have. For sure. But I don't have switch-ins. This is an offensive team. As the Fairy type. And Choice Scarfed. Ooh. Interesting. Alright. Okay. So I'm going to go into my... What do we want to go into here? I forgot what Terra types I put on these guys. Yeah, Koraidon is fire. That's right. Alright, so I'm going to Terastallize into fire. I'm going to SD up. I'm going to Flame Charge up, because then I'll be faster. Yeah, now I don't care about that. Actually going to get another speed boost here. Look at how much damage I did. That's ridiculous. And the Skull Villain dies. Fair enough. Drain Punch this back. Cyclizar does not outspeed me now, and I kill it with Drain Punch. Look at this busted Koraidon. Yeah, I think Fire is a fantastic Terra type on this. Yes, sirree, Bob. What are you gonna do to me? I'm not sure. I'm actually gonna SD up, because now I can just Drain Punch it all back. You already wasted your Terra type. Yeah. There we go. We're gonna end on that, guys. Use Fire type Koraidon. Fire type Koraidon is so strong. Yo, it's crazy. I really love Miraidon's design, but Koraidon is absolutely insane, and this Pokemon is actually pretty cool in the game. I like his personality. Great legendary, and this is super strong. Ooh, getting excited there. Miraidon I think is better in the Terra raids, and I'm going to talk more about Terra raids in a future video. But Koraidon, this set, use this set, it's really good. Alright, catch you guys later.